Hey everybody, One Wisdom here. Friday night, May 23rd, 2014. 1 week until Mario Kart 8 is out, and I'm playing that at this time of night. That said, right now we're working on Stink Bomb. This is Stink Bomb number 2. We're going to finish upgrading him by completing the sneaky tricks path down below. We'll come in here and get that taken care of. Skunk Cloud controller. It's very difficult to appreciate that one here in the training grounds. Pretty sure that's going to be the same with Sneaky Tricks if it's anything like I think it is. So keep that in mind if these are like you're kind of disappointed when you watch that video or this one. I think these are two that you really probably need to go to an arena challenge. They probably shine better in an arena challenge. Then of course you can assess their practicality for story mode, PvP, whatever you're actually working with. So we'll back out of here. This is Stink Bomb number 2. You can tell because he's level 1 and has done nothing but get money with popcorn. And as such, all he has is Art of Acorns and the base upgrades on the bottom, and we're going to take care of that right now. There's that cheesy smile, and now he's angry, and now he's doing his ninja stuff. And now we're going to come in and take Sneaky Tricks. Sneaky Tricks leave behind pointy objects that damage nearby enemies. Weird thing here, I alluded to this when I was halfway asleep the other night and recorded his base upgrades. They're called ninja spikes. You can actually like buy these, and they're like almost a jack, which granted probably no one has ever played with a jack if you were born like 95 or later, but back in the day it was a big deal. Not so much when I was a kid, but they were everywhere. Everyone had jacks. They were party favors, and it's because that's what everyone's parents of people my age grew up playing jacks. You basically bounce a ball and you pick up these little kind of triangular rounded structures, if you will. They look like this, but obviously these are spiked, and these are designed to always have a spike up when they're on the ground, and then as someone is in pursuit of you and you drop these, that person gets these in their feet, and they're not happy. If they go down on their hands and knees, see what's wrong, they're probably going to get them there. But this stuff actually does exist in the real world, so that's kind of interesting. We're going to grab this and see how it goes. I don't know if it will even work at all in the training grounds, because sadly the dummies are stationary. The training grounds is absolutely one of my favorite features in this game that allows me to make these videos in intricate detail without like killing myself and having numbers up but you not getting to see anything. I wish in Trap Team they have a feature similar to this, but maybe like they have a rope or a button on the floor and you can like step on it and you can pick what enemies you want to spawn in your little training ground. That would take it to the next level and it would be wicked cool. More on that at a later date. Might make a separate video for that here in the near future. So anyway, Sneaky Tricks begins with Sneaky Tactics. $9.60 the price. Again, that's with my 18 wing sapphires. Move forward slowly to cause pointy objects to be left behind that slow and damage enemies. Now, word I'm not liking there is move forward slowly. I don't like to move slowly, I like to move fast. That's one of the reasons I like Stink Bomb. He's got some speed to him. So I'm moving forward and we're not doing anything. I didn't say you had to be in your... Or is that a spike? Has he been throwing spikes this entire time? This is weird. Okay, yeah. It's whenever you just barely move like that. Now that's throwing out a ton of them. But the question is, I guess if you run away from your enemies, we'll say, you've kind of evaded them a little bit, but they're still coming. You can maybe slow down and start throwing out your spikes. But we absolutely cannot assess that without going to an arena challenge. I guess we'll have to do it. So bear with me here. I hate doing this because it takes longer, and the point is to have these videos be quicker. Sad thing is, if I do this off camera, then you don't get to see it, and you're like, oh, he made that up, which obviously I never do, because I am documenting. I don't want false information. I have this for my own records as well,
Clear the air.
This will be one of those sad deals where I'm just going to come in here, we're going to see this one thing, I'm going to exit out, and then we're going to buy the upgrade and have to repeat it. We'll go from there. So it would be cool if this was when you move slowly, or if you did it the entire time you were in stealth. I know, again, that defeats the purpose of being in stealth, but, Really, it
Fight.
just makes sense to me. Yeah.
Stage 1.
Alright, let's see here. I'm just gonna go ahead and set a few of these in the ground. We'll see what we get. 18? That does more damage than the
So
stupid
many
cloud.
enemies.
That's ridiculous. Granted, I mean, you can see they can get through them and kill you. Now, granted, the Chompies, you do 18 damage to a Chompy and it's dead. It's very difficult to move slow enough to get these to come out. You have to be very attentive. I'm on the gamepad, so it's using an analog stick. The catch is, I guess everyone that isn't playing on the... Actually, you use the nunchuck, so... I mean, everyone's going to use an analog stick. You have to be really direct here to do this. But 18 to 27. Now, something I want to see is if you take damage when you're invisible, and I'm just going to walk into a Greeble. Okay, they can't see us, I guess. So that's kind of cool. He's getting poisoned to death. I'll just showcase a little bit of everything for you. I'm surprised I didn't... Okay, so it did kill him now. I'm going to enter into the invisibility state, do the tail whip, instant death. Oh, it should be. I didn't know those guys had over 70. Stars, though, again, you can just spam them. He has the Soldium 21 to 32. 32 should be the one off. Stars look really cool here. They didn't look this neat.
Only a few enemies left.
Come in. Sweeping Skunk-Fu. Charge up an Acorn. 55. You're getting to see some cool stuff here. I'll finish out this round, I guess, and then we'll quit in case it lets us keep the money. Which we don't need the money, I guess the XP. Oh.
Bonus level up.
Well, we'll get this guy and then exit. And that way, if we do get to keep things, eating food.
Planet rescued.
Alright, so promise we're gonna go back right after this.
Stage 2.
Just grab everything that's worth anything. Even in
Indestructible
registers.
cages have appeared.
Let me do just a little
No
bit more
time
of
to
these
rest.
spikes for you. So you get the idea. I mean, it looks really impressive with the... they don't damage us, obviously. Question I have now is how long do they stay on the ground? I think I can check that in the arena. Set those two. I actually killed the big guy. So anyway, we'll go back. Let me get wood barrow here. Alright, so 18 to 27. I better document this or I will forget that, and that would have been pointless. Granted, I'd see it when we edit, but 18 to 27, which that's actually way, way better than I anticipated. I was thinking that'd be like one of those 5 to 8 type attacks. Skunking around, you get the poison though. But I don't know. That's the biggest issue with those is just how weird. It's like really difficult to place them, particularly when you have a character that is fast and you don't want to go and walk like that. You know, I mean, it's one of those things, since I've been doing it now just for a few minutes, you kind of pick up on it. But what I want to do, I'm going to let those disappear if they do disappear. And okay, well, let's just get another set. They do disappear, I'm going to get a time frame. I think like 12 seconds. 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi, 5 Mississippi, 6 Mississippi, 7 Mississippi, 8 Mississippi, 9 Mississippi, 10 Mississippi, 11 Mississippi, 12. I'm gonna put 12 seconds. Again, my time could be wrong, but 12 seconds. I'm actually gonna put there for 12 seconds. I think that will make sense to people that are just reading the spreadsheet and not watching videos. So there you go. We'll come back here to go.
Hello, Skylander friend. Are you ready to achieve physical
Alright, I'm gonna buy everything here. Main thing though is going to be pain in the foot. It runs 1280. Sneaky tactics does increase damage. Tough acting, sneaking action. That's a really bad play on words there. That's like from the tough acting, tenactin commercials. So kind of funny. It probably flies over the head of most people, but we'll pick it up and give credit to the person that came up with that. So 1280. 18 to 27, if that upgrades significantly, it could kind of turn out to be something. The Soul Gem Stealth Skunk, remain invisible even after attacking enemies. We're going to buy that. I'm actually going to use that and see if while we're in stealth we can actually drop these. I guess I should have checked that already. But let's come down over here. Gonna go in stealth. Just move forward slowly. Yes, so you can throw them. That's cool. Now, since you can do that, my deal is why not let it be, since we're on the bottom end anyway, while in stealth they come out automatically instead of us having to go really slow. But nonetheless, it is what it is. We're going to come in, go to our little super hungry gobblepods, not that. And I'll actually complete this one, I'll just do it off camera. They did let us keep everything, I think, though, so that's kind of cool. I wasn't sure if it would or not. Main thing, though, 18 to 27 is what Sneaky Tactics did. Pain in the foot. Will it be like the 21 to, you know,
Super hungry
24?
gobblepods.
Will it jump up to something crazy like a 30 high number? We're going to find out. If it goes 30 to 45...
One.
I might advise this path if it just barely jumps. You know, gonna go ahead and put a lot of these out. $26. That's actually a pretty good jump. It's not 21 or 24. Now I can go into stealth. No one can see us, and we can just kind of intermingle with the chompies. Obviously, that would work way better if you kind of, you know, position yourself to where people will see you, and then lead them to your traps over here, which is what I'm going to do. So you get an idea how you could use that tactically. But 26, what would the critical number be there? 78, so 26 to 39, I believe, is what it is. So we'll come in over here, lure the people in. I've yet to see a 39. But we'll assume that eventually we would see one. The Soul Gem, it basically lets me throw stars while we're stealth, you know, so that's kind of a nice perk. But I'm going to go ahead and end this here. We've kind of showcased everything. That was actually a pretty big jump, 18 to 26. Not, I mean, not huge, but you have to realize those are like little spikes I was expecting minimal damage from. I thought it'd be one of those deals where there'd be a sheer quantity deal where you might do like your 5 to 8 and then just have tons of spikes, but 18 and then upgrading to 26, that's pretty good numbers there. So that said, this is Stink Bomb. He is fully upgraded now. In the case of this character, it's Art of Acorns and Sneaky Tricks path. Up top, I can say definitively I prefer Art of Skunk-Fu. Down below, I don't know. I think what I'll have to do is get my other Stink Bomb in the arena and kind of see. I'll probably do that right after this one. Kind of see if I like the way Skunk Cloud Controller functions or Sneaky Tricks. My biggest issue with Sneaky Tricks is you have to move slow. I realize there's no button to assign to it, but I really wish there was. That would have made things, like say we couldn't jump and the top end had the, you know, X and Y and the bottom end had A and B. You could just like push the B button to drop spikes and it would be awesome and you could just do it at will. That said, you do have to move slow, which is kind of weird. It's kind of like counterproductive to the way I like to play. However, due to his stealth ability, when he can become invisible in Skunk Cloud, you could kind of incorporate that and maybe get by with it. So ultimately I'll complete this run through in the challenge and then I'll bust out the other Stink Bomb and I'll take it through, see which one I kind of think performs better, and then generalize that over to story story mode. So that said, as always, thanks for watching. You can follow me on Twitter, like me on Facebook, circle me on Google+, whichever you prefer. Again, take that link at the top of the video description box. It'll take you to a post dedicated to none other than Stinkbomb himself. You'll see videos for the base upgrades, all 4 of the paths, and you'll have access to my spreadsheet in which I document in painstaking detail the damage numbers for each and every upgrade for Stinkbomb. That said, hopefully you enjoyed the video and it helps you out. Ultimately, the goal here, you're unsure on which path to take, you can come in, check the post out, watch the video, see the damage numbers, and pick out the path that works best for you and your personal playstyle. So that said, Sneaky Trick's really way better than I thought it would be. It's just, I'm not a huge fan of walking that slow. I'll come in, I'll compare them, and then I'll kind of include that in my recap on the link you can take. So again, thanks for watching, and I will catch you back here. I guess I'll probably introduce LC Bumble Blast and Kickoff Countdown, and then I guess my next upgrades will probably be Bumble Blast and Zulu. However, I might jump over to Hoot Loop before I do any of that stuff. Trap Shadow's already done, so it'd kind of be nice to get Hoot Loop taken care of. We'll be able to show both paths there because I've got Enchanted Hoot Loop to work with, so that's probably what I'll do, and then I'll jump back. I'll do the 2 introductions and then take on the Life Element Newlanders, then continue on our merry little way alphabetically by element and character. So stay tuned for that, and again, thanks for watching. I will catch you back here, I guess, for Hoot Loop.